Look out, family. It's been a rough 24 hours in Chicago. A rough 24 hours. Black men, where y'all at, man? Why our neighborhoods gotta be the breeding ground for Satan? God's people. Why does it have to be our neighborhoods? Why does it have to be our children? What do we do so bad? Are y'all scared to be men? Are y'all scared to be righteous? Well, I'm gonna show you what Satan looked like. Okay, you got a whole influx. They done sent FEMA to the border because Biden invited a lot of people in. In the next few weeks, you're gonna see a rise in cases. They're gonna start shedding things back and back down on things. You're gonna see a lot of mass shootings in major cities. A lot of evil that's already going on in Chicago, in other cities. But let's get to it, man. And I ain't got time. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. Let's see what we got here. Which one we gonna go to first? We're gonna start with the easy one first. Let's get it.
We have to really get to a real intentional. WGN's Brona Tumulty joins us now from police headquarters. Brona.
Good evening, guys. All of that happened before 5 this morning inside of a party that seemed to be happening inside some sort of towing garage or business on the 6700 block of South Chicago Avenue. Now, when first responders showed up, things were pretty chaotic, telling us people were screaming in the streets. The shooting saw at least 15 victims. Chicago Fire Department taking at least 7 of them to hospitals. Others transported themselves for treatment. Now, 2 of the people wounded didn't survive their injuries and were pronounced dead on arrival. In a press conference earlier today, Superintendent David Brown explaining some of the witnesses were still in surgery, so they had yet to be interviewed. We're told the victims appear to be both men and women, ranging in age from their 20s to their 40s. Police say 4 guns were recovered at the scene, but they have yet to determine a motive or any sort of explanation about what led up to bullets flying inside of that business. Community activist Jamal Green had a message today for the mayor and leadership across the city.
We have to really get to a real intentional plan, intentional solutions on how we're going to tackle crime. Obviously, we know it's not with police. Superintendent David Brown at his press conference earlier today said that we know nothing. We know that you know nothing. Why? It's because you never know anything. The police are only there to respond. Even though there is a police station a couple blocks away, even though police should have been knowing of this party hours before the situation.
I ain't gonna go into the police what they should know and all that. I'm not gonna do that part. I'm putting it on us. I'm putting it on us. This all one day, family.
4 people were shot in South Shore this afternoon. One of them is a 13-year-old boy. He was shot in the knee. He's in the hospital in good condition. But a 36-year-old man is in serious condition with a gunshot wound to the thigh. They were with 2 others on the 2600 block of East 77th Street when someone opened fire just before 3 o'clock today. One woman suffered a graze wound to the head. Another man was hit in the arm. Police are investigating the shooting.
I'm gonna just keep going and it gets worse.
Developing tonight, the search for clues after a gruesome discovery in an alley in East Garfield Park. Police say a woman was found dead with her legs, arms, and wrists tied. The victim was found in the 2600 block of West Gladys by someone throwing out the trash this morning. We're still waiting on more information from the medical examiner's office. Area 3 detectives are investigating. Developing tonight, the search.
We're just gonna keep going. 24 hours in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep going 24 hours in Chicago. Go to this one.
Well, traffic is once again moving here at Six Corners. Police have reopened the roads and they just towed the cars involved in the shooting and crash. Before the sun rose, fire lit up the intersection of Milwaukee and Cicero Avenues and Irving Park Road in Portage Park. Police say the driver of this Dodge sedan, suspected of DUI, crashed into a street sweeper. First responders found the street sweeper's driver on the ground hurt when they arrived around 2:30 this morning. 3 people in the car were hurt too, but not just from the crash. Police say one of them, a 32-year-old woman, had been shot 3 times in the stomach.
I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. I just hope everybody's okay.
As neighbors woke up to the scene at Six Corners, they had to navigate around the police tape that closed the roads for hours.
I am getting ready to take the bus.
And forced the CTA to reroute buses during the morning commute.
We just gonna keep it moving. Now you finna get to the nitty gritty, where you see ain't nobody safe. You know what I'm saying? You're about to see that no one's safe. When I say no one's safe, I'm gonna start with this one. I mean, nobody's safe.
Updating our breaking news tonight, a Chicago police sergeant shot outside a police station.
WGN's Jenna Barnes is live on the South Side with the latest. Jenna.
Jackie and Taman, the good news here is that Sergeant is expected to be released from the hospital soon. We're at 78th and Halstead, and you can see police have Halstead blocked outside the 6th District Patrol Station to traffic as they investigate this shooting. When we got here a couple of hours ago, we saw SWAT teams searching alleys across the street from the station using canines to help them with their search. Superintendent David Brown says the sergeant was standing in the station's parking lot around 2:30 this afternoon when someone fired a shot and a bullet grazed his chin. He was taken to Christ Hospital where he's recovering. Superintendent Brown just spoke outside the hospital about the search for that shooter.
Our investigation is very preliminary. Right now, we're scouring our video, both at the station and pod camera video, as well as any CCTV private video that's nearby for further evidence.
So far, no one is in custody. Brown says this is the first Chicago police officer shot by a suspect so far this year, but a dozen other officers have been shot at, and that means we're on track to outpace last year's numbers. We're live in the Gresham neighborhood. Jenna Barnes, WGN News.
Okay, we're gonna keep it going because it gets better, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about when Satan takes control of the helm. Nobody's safe.
And killings up more than 50% compared to last year.
And when I say ain't nobody safe, I mean ain't nobody safe. Let's keep it going, family.
To get him trained.
And we're starting this evening with breaking news on the South Side. An off-duty Chicago police officer is now out of surgery after being shot in his own vehicle.
WGN's Dana Rebick is joining us now live with an update on the officer's condition. Dana.
Well, a short time ago, we were able to hear from a doctor here at the University of Chicago for this update on this officer's condition. We are told that he sustained a single gunshot wound to his abdomen, that he was rushed into surgery and they repaired damage to his bowel, and now he is out recovering and listed in fair condition. This 32-year-old off-duty Chicago police officer was driving his black Jeep and was stopped at a light at East 89th and South Stony Island around 12:20 this afternoon when police say 2 vehicles pulled up beside him and someone opened fire. Police Superintendent David Brown said 3 female Chicago police officers responded and transported this wounded officer in their own vehicle to the University of Chicago Hospital. You can hear the urgency in one of their voices on this police scanner audio.
We're going to UC. Down Summit. We're 87. We're going northbound now. We're at 86.
You could then hear other officers blocking streets so they could quickly get through traffic. Superintendent David.
Y'all see what our children got to deal with? This type of evil. The type of evil that our children got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? In our neighborhoods. This just from this morning, the mass shooting. 13 people shot, 2 killed. All black folks. I don't know what color the officers was. I don't know who they was. Talking about our children, man. You see what's going on? And we going on about our life every day. Out spending our little money that we got, ain't putting nothing back into our homes. Ain't getting prepared for no tragedies, no food shortages. What is wrong with us people? Liberation is in your mind. Liberation is in your mind. Liberation is in your mind. They have mentally destroyed us as a people. We ain't got nowhere to go but up, and we better start going fast. It ain't looking good, baby.